What's good, everybody? We're playing This or That, The Walking Dead Episodes Edition. We haven't done The Walking Dead content here in a long time. I don't think I've ever done a long form video on The Walking Dead. There's a first for everything, though. It's been a while, y'all. But let's go here. I won't remember every episode, obviously. I'm going to be going off of a photo and then try to, in my brain logs, remember what exactly happens. I do remember Season 2, Episode 8, Nebraska being really, really good. It was when Herschel, Glenn, and Rick were kind of trapped in the bar, and they had like multiple groups of people trying to kill them and stuff. This was fire. But then I think this was the one where Rick macheted that dude in the face. I'm going to go with Nebraska, but they're both great episodes to my memory. We got Miles Out, or we have Distance, Season 5, Episode 11. I'm going to go with Season 2, Episode 10, Miles Out. Or 18 Miles Out. I can't read today. Oh, my God. Last Day on Earth, or Days Gone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Bro. This could have been the final two right here. I'm about to just go any, many, miny, mo. You have one of the greatest, and I mean the greatest, series premieres in history. Like, it's up there with me for The Boys because, like, I like my attention getting grabbed pretty quickly on. Obviously, not every show can, like, somebody dies in the first 3 seconds like The Boys or have something as phenomenal as this. But I usually like the things to grab my attention pretty soon on. I gotta go with this one just because it's more iconic, though. I don't know. You got Rest in Peace or the Series 6 finale. Rest in Peace it's kind of, I know I'm mentioning The Boys a little bit here, but it's kind of like The Boys. It wasn't the best series finale. Like, The Boys didn't have the greatest one ever, but it was a good, solid episode that tied up a decent amount of loose ends, you know what I mean? A little bit of predictability here with the series finale because we knew Daryl and Karen weren't going to die. We knew, sorry, drawing a blank. Negan and Maggie weren't going to die because they all have spin-offs that were announced before the show even ended. So there was a little predictability there, and like a lot of the main characters not dying and having any jeopardy there. But it was great. I'll go with the series finale. Ooh, I'm sorry. I believe this is the episode where Dale dies. I do have to go with Evolution just because the Whisperer's arc had finally brought back the fear of, like, the walkers again. Yes, it's people in the mask wearing the walker skins, and it's not actually the walkers themselves necessarily, but for a while there, the people were antagonists and stuff, and we weren't really worried about the walkers. They were more secondary, but this whole Whisperer arc brought that back. We have Here's Not Here. That was the amazing bottle episode with Morgan and I forget his like teacher or whatever. Or Spend. I'm going to go with Here's Not Here because I usually don't like the bottle episodes where it's just one character and like kind of one location kind of thing and doesn't have anything to do with the main plot. But this is one of the few in The Walking Dead that actually work really well for me. We have The Cell. I'm not even going to go with that. A lot of Season 7 sucks. Let's go with this one. I don't even know what that episode's about. JSS. Not Tomorrow Yet. Both classic episodes here. JSS is a classic. I'm going to go with the one on the right only because it was just insane. We had our group being literally, without a shadow of a doubt, the antagonist. You know what I mean? It's always like, was Rick justified here? Was he justified there? No, this is completely, our group is wrong, but it was just fire. No Way Out. Come on. It's No Way Out. We don't even got to look at the other one. We don't even got to look at the other one. We don't even got to look at the other one. We don't even got to name it. We don't got to smell it. Nothing. Let's go with Knots Untie here. Just off of the picture. We have Guts. Oh my God, Wrath. This could have been the series finale right here, and I feel like a lot of us would have been more satisfied and satiated than the series finale that we actually got. So I'm going to go with Wrath. Phenomenal episode. The Calm Before. Oh my God, or them. So this is arguably, besides like Negan and stuff like that, this is arguably the most iconic screenshot in The Walking Dead. This is actually the screenshot of my computer, the wallpaper that I have, but The Calm Before it's iconic, you know what I mean? One of the top 5 moments in the whole show. I love this episode. I love Claimed. I love it. This is phenomenal. I'm going with this one for sure, even though I do like the Daryl and Rick fight scene in that one. Better Angels is Shane's death. I remember that. Tell It to the Frogs. I'm assuming this is the episode where they reunited. Really great moment, but like the episode as a whole, I'm going to go with Better Angels because Shane is one of the greatest characters in the entire franchise. Okay, so it looks like they're running back again. We're going to go Wrath again. We're going to go with Wrath. Oh my God, Conquer. Oh my God, Conquer. Just a screenshot of that one right there. This is the season 5 finale right here, where Morgan comes back at the end and Rick just badass shoots the abusive husband or whatever to the girl that he was falling in love with in season 5. Season 5 is also probably my favorite season personally, but we're going to go with that. I am a little biased. Oh man, we have the season 3 premiere where we have this iconic episode with the governor where he was kind of building himself up, and I'm going to use WWE terms, wrestling terms here, as a baby face. You know, he's going to have a little redemption arc a la A-Train and the boys. And then he just comes back evil. He kills Martinez and all that. I enjoyed these. A lot of people didn't like these couple governor episodes because they were a little slow, and again, it took it away from the group in the prison. But I enjoyed the stuff with the governor. Oh my God. Infected is phenomenal. I do remember Infected, but the day will come when you won't be, which is the callback to season 1 where Dr. Jenner was, I think he whispered that to Rick, and he's like, oh, I'm thankful for you, and then he's like, the day will come when you won't be. Callback right there, beautiful. Here's Negan, here's Negan, here's Negan, here's Negan. One of, if not the only episode in the last 2 seasons that I would rate a freaking 10 out of 10. Phenomenal. Cinema. We have Self-Help or we have Choke Point. I like Choke Point. Now, hear me out. A lot of people don't like Choke Point because they feel like the Beta vs. Daryl battle wasn't as lit as it was in the comics. I didn't read the comics, but I do know that it was fire in the comics. It was a little bit shorter, and it's a little, sometimes Daryl gets a little bit too much plot armor, but I did really like this episode. And then I believe that episode's when they find out that Eugene's lying about being the savior of the world, basically. So I'm going to go with Choke Point. We have Suicide King or Clear. Clear, I remember Clear very, very vividly. I like that. We have Still, or we have The Grove. The Grove is where Look at the Flowers. She shoots Lizzie. Carol shoots Lizzie. Or we have Still. I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't really love the whole Daryl and Beth thing. It was a little, just a weird dynamic to me. Because, I don't know. I don't know how old she was in the show or how old she is in real life. But she seemed like a little bit younger. And it kind of seemed like a relationship kind of thing they were going for. And it just seemed like weird because Daryl was he looked like he's about 40, 50 years old. Beth looked like she's in her early 20s. But aside from that, I'm going to go with The Grove. Weird dynamic there. I never really loved that. Killer Within or Too Far Gone. Too Far Gone. These are actually both phenomenal episodes because Killer Within, I believe, is her last episode. It's where Carl has to make the sacrifice to kill his mom to bring his new sister into the world. But Too Far Gone is a top 2 episode, maybe. Oh my God. Oh, these are both great episodes. I have to go with season 4, episode 16A, just because of look at Rick's face. If you watch The Walking Dead, you know exactly what happened there. But shout out to Four Walls on a Roof. Classic as well. No Sanctuary or Mercy. We're going to go with No Sanctuary here. Look at Rick, look at Daryl, look at Glenn. We all know what happened in this episode. Freaking phenomenal. Carol bringing out an RPG out of nowhere, it seems like. It's just crazy stuff, man. All right, we got The Next World. Okay, and then we have... Okay, I actually like both of these. This, I want to say, is when Jesus got introduced to the group and he brought them in with... not Alexandria, not... the one group, the name is slipping me right now. And then we have Beside the Dying Fire, which I want to say is this season. No, it's not the season 2 finale, but it's close to it. I'm going to go with this one. I remember them leaving that the farm. Really good episode. Internment, Twice as Far. Let's go with Internment. I do enjoy a lot of the prison stuff here. Alright. Pretty much Dead Already. This is phenomenal. I do remember this one. I want to say this is where Sophia... Yeah, this is where Sophia is reintroduced. You got Shane crashing out. And you have Shane actually, believe it or not being able to pull the trigger on her. I want to say it was Rick that did it. Because Daryl killed Dale and Rick killed Sophia, to my memory. Phenomenal episode. We have Bloodletting, or we have No Other Way. I'm not a huge season 11 guy, to be honest with you. Commonwealth is the weakest stuff in the series for me. I didn't like it whatsoever, to be honest with you. I like bits and pieces of season 11, but now we're going to go season 2, and I don't even remember what happened in that episode. Heart Still Bleeding. I want to say this is where Spencer dies, or we have Secrets. This is like iconic episode. Season 7 isn't that great. What comes after, or this sorrowful life? I want to say this is Merle's redemption arc here, but I'm sorry. What comes after is the pinnacle. You know what I mean? Everybody loves season. I feel like a lot of people do like season 9. It's an underrated season, and this is part of it. Rick's 5 last episodes here. The first day of the rest of your life. Or welcome to the tombs. I'm gonna go with the first day of the rest of your life. All right, now we're having the rest of them face each other again. So you have 18 miles out in Nebraska. We've already talked about these episodes, so it shouldn't take us long talking about them anymore. Let's go with Nebraska here. Last Day on Earth or Rest in Peace? Oh, man. You know, Season 11, Episode 24, series finale, does hold a special place in my heart because it's got some good songs in there, you know what I mean? Like I said, it ties some of the storylines up. You got Daryl giving Negan the nod, you know what I mean? We thought Judith would possibly die. We see at the very end Rick and Michonne come back. This is one of those coin tosses here. Last Day on Earth. I do actually believe that I like Last Day on Earth than the Series 7 premiere. I like it more so than that one. Obviously, that's the most just polarizing episode in the entire series because a lot of people didn't like the Glenn and Abraham death. But I'm going to go with that side. I'm sorry. Evolution or Here's Not Here. Again, these episodes can only go so far because it's the bottle episodes. The rest of the plot's just over there, resting for a couple episodes. But I mean, the introduction of the Whisperer is just iconic. It was spooky. It was scary. Not Tomorrow Yet. We're going to go with Not Tomorrow Yet. Iconic. I love this stuff. No Way Out is going to go very far. I'm going to let you guys know that right now. I can't remember the name of their community. Comment below the name of Jesus' community because I just can't remember right now. For some reason, all I can remember is Alexandria. No Way Out, though, for sure. Wrath or The Calm Before. These are both, look at these, very emotional moments in the episode. You have the head on the pikes scene right here. And then you have Wrath. I'm going to go with Wrath because it is an overall better episode. But don't sleep on The Calm Before. If you've never seen it, see it. Basically, Alpha's like in disguise. She's like acting as if she's in the community, and then she has a couple people with her, and they're just taking out a lot of the people of our group, and then they end up putting their heads on a pike as a warning, you are not allowed to cross this line or you will die, and join your heads on the pike. And then you have Wrath, which is just amazing. Eugene with the biggest face turn of the century, turning on Negan and the Saviors after all the buildup. It was a little bit of an anticlimactic fight there because Rick versus Negan was just like, you know what I mean, like big Goku versus Vegeta type of fight, you know what I'm saying? And then the fight was a little shorter, and a lot of their fight scenes were shorter than we'd like, but I'm gonna go with Wrath. I'm sorry. Claimed or Better Angels? This one is really strong, but Better Angels is on that like S tier episode. Worth or Conquer? Conquer's up there too. Live Bait, The Day Will Come When You Won't Be. Sorry, Governor. Gonna have to go with that one. Here's Negan or Choke Point. Here's Negan is, again, it's a bottle episode, but this is just the bottle episode of the series. And they had no reason snapping on the last episode of season 10. You know what I mean? It's crazy. No reason going that hard. The Grove, Clear. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the Morgan stuff, like he's a teeny bit of an overrated character for me. I don't love Morgan. I think he's a great character, but he's not a phenomenal character to me. He's about a tier below, Rick, Daryl, Negan. He's about an A tier character. That he was getting a little annoying around that time. Too Far Gone. I do love, obviously we already talked about that scene and that whole just thing with Rick just being feral Rick right there at its highest with the peak jacket. Carl's like, can I trust my dad? This man is literally like a freaking wolf. He's an animal. But Too Far Gone is just, it's up there, man. No Sanctuary or Beside the Dying Fire. This was very action-packed on the right. This was peak Walking Dead. I'm sorry. I'm very biased to season 5. For sure, we're gonna go with Sophia's death episode. Bloodletting, Heart Still Beating. We'll go with Bloodletting. What comes after the first day of the rest of your life? What comes after, for sure. All right, next round. Last Day on Earth in Nebraska. Last Day on Earth. Evolution, Not Tomorrow Yet. I'm sorry, Evolution is making it farther than I thought it would. The introduction is just so scary, spooky. man. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is maybe, I'm not saying it's the best, but this is maybe on the left-hand side my favorite episode in The Walking Dead, No Way Out. It is emotional. It's spooky because, like, they're trying to walk through the Walker horde, and it's just kind of like, what's the word? It's like motivational because, like, Rick's just seeing Carl, his whole world basically at this point, get shot, and he thinks he may be dead, and he just forgets everything. Doesn't bring a gun with him. It's like you get, like, in Call of Duty, you get like the little smoke grenade, and like you get the in your ears, and he just walks out of the building by himself, doesn't call anybody for help, with an axe, and he just starts going crazy. And like all these punks from Alexandria usually can't fight, they're actually joining him, and they come together as a community. Beautiful, perfect episode in my opinion. Conquer Better Angels. Season 5 is so peak, man. You have Shane's death episode, or that episode. I'm sorry, this was just too much. It was too much, bro. It was so good. They Will Come When You Won't Be, or Here's Negan. I'm gonna go with Here's Negan here. The Grove, Too Far Gone. No Sanctuary, pretty much dead already. Bloodletting, What Comes After. Quarterfinals. All right, Last Day on Earth. This is Evolution. This is where a fairy tale end comes. No Way Out or Conquer. You could flip a coin on this. I mean, come on, bro. This is craziness. You know what I'm saying? Here's Negan or Too Far Gone. Man. Now, if we're going favorites here. We're not going favorites. We're going off of objectively best. We're going favorites here. Here's Negan may come on, but I mean, shout out to Here's Negan. I can't, in good faith, not put Too Far Gone above that. Pretty much dead already. What comes after? By the way, for What Comes After, if they didn't want to bring Rick Grimes back, which I'm glad they did because he's my favorite character in the whole series, one of my favorite characters in fiction, period, but if they tied up Rick's character right there, we all would have been completely fine with it. No Way Out or Last Day on Earth. It's No Way Out, I'm sorry. Too Far Gone, What Comes After. I think I already know what the winner is here. We're going to go with Too Far Gone here, but No Way Out probably is my favorite episode in the entire series. You guys need to comment down below what is the best episode of The Walking Dead, period. Comment below, please. Give me a like, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.